were,
They were, but they followed Rabbi.
when Victor started to go,
They started following. They followed Rabbi.
and then my sister started coming.
Did the pallbearers police come up with her?
She's from the West Coast. She was from Washington.
Probably before your time. So Mitchell's mother used to come in a wheelchair.
Because they brought the Torah over to her so she could touch it, after she was around. Good stuff.
We're going to put it on the cart and get the seat for you. Want you to face away from the hearse. Face me, grab onto the handles.
Oh, okay. I'm supposed to go front.
I'm in the wrong place, yeah.
Family and friends, please follow behind the casket. No stops.
Well, it's just right.
Don't stop till the end of it.
No, it's cold. I heard they don't like that. People they don't like no.
Stops till the end.
Oh no.
It's just because it's tissue race.
Rabbi, give me 1 minute, please. And I need you, ask you folks to please move.
Oh, we need to move. Sorry.
You're in front of the
We're
camera.
right in front of the camera. Sorry.
You get good ratings.
Over here, Dad. Nope.
Eric.
Okay, sorry.
So you're welcome. There's room under the tent still, folks, if you'd like to come closer. And as several of us referenced during the service, Rabbi Weissberg studied weekly with Rabbi Common Warch for 18 years.
Ladies and gentlemen, can everyone please give the rabbi your attention? We're doing the service now.
And so Rabbi Warch is here to offer a few remarks at this time.
The last time that the Rabbi and I met, was clear to me that the learning that we did together was a lifeline. And it was something that he felt that as long as he could appreciate that properly, that was sort of a sign of how much, I met Rabbi Weissberg in 2006 when I was 26 years old and he was 79. It's 1 year more than 3 times my age. And he sat down like he was a student, like, I want to learn Talmud. And he'd been learning Talmud for 16 years beforehand, with Rabbi Kiva. And it was incredible to see someone in their 60s who was one of the most accomplished people in the world. It felt like, but there's one thing I haven't done. It almost feels like he could have done everything himself, if only people would give him the opportunity to do so. And so whatever opportunities he did have, he took advantage of it. And so he spent 34 years studying the Talmud till he became a master of the Talmud. And he's got dictionaries in his writings. And when we learned Bava Kama, we got to that section of the Talmud that describes coins that are in circulation, coins that are out of circulation. So he brought the entire collection. An incredible individual. And if I could just say one point that I'm going to take with me, and maybe all of us can take with us too. Everyone talked about the rabbi's presence, because he was a presence. He was a gigantic human being. How many people accomplished that much? How many people influenced that many people? And to be one of those people, I think everyone here could tell you for sure that they were the rabbi's best friend. And so he was a presence. But I think that the most incredible thing about him was that with all of that presence, he was present wherever he was. So when he was with every person, he was only with that person. And when he was doing something, he was only doing that thing. He wasn't worried about the next thing. And so everything had value, everything was appreciated, every second that he spent with his family. Really, maybe I'll get some opportunity to share this, but I know everything about you.
Good and bad.
All
Good and bad.
good. It's all good because it was all good to him. Every person has understood him, and everyone was so important to him, and to be connected to him, and all the Chanukah gelt that my kids have, just feeling that sense of connection. We should all be really lucky to have known him, to have been connected to him, and I'm sure everyone has life's lessons. Everyone can sit here and talk for hours, but if all of us just carry that element of being present and appreciating every moment we have. And to illustrate, I just want to add, the Talmud tells us in Ketubot 103, which is actually the first tractate that Rabbi Weissberg and I learned together. The Talmud says, it's discussing sort of signs of different ways of people passing from this world, and that's where that famous quote comes from the Talmud, that if someone passes with a smile on their face, that's a sign of great life. And it also says there that if someone passes on the day after Yom Kippur, that's a sign of a very special person. And that was many years ago we learned that together, but I guess he must have observed it and said, okay, I'll put it on my schedule. Ashrei Misha Balakan, the Talmud of Yado, the Talmud says that fortunate is the man who walks into heaven with a volume of the Talmud under his arm. And I'm sure he's carrying on the one arm a volume of the Talmud, and on the other arm something else that he liked to read. We can argue about that for hours. I miss you. I don't know how to fill that kind of void, but I will. All the lessons that I learned, all the moments that I had with you, I appreciate every one of them. And I hope that everything that we learn together will help me maybe do even a little bit of what this great man accomplished. He's it.
Asur Tamim Palo Kol Derchav Mishpat Ein Emuna Ve'ein Avel Tzaddik Yisharhu Asur Tamim Bechopo Al Miomar Lo Mati Pal Ashlif Mato Ma'al Emit Machayeb Orit Sha'ol V'Ya'al Asur Tamim Bechol Ma'aseh Miomar Lo Mata'aseh Tzaddik Ata Adonai Lahamit V'Hachayot Asher V'Yadcha Piton Kol Ruchot Chalil Lecha Zivonenu Limchot Yuna Inecha Rachamim Aleinu Ruchot Ki Lecha Adon HaRachamim V'Hasifos. God is sure, our immovable rock. All God's work is upright. Who can say, what is it that you do? The Eternal governs what is above and below, overseeing both the valleys of death and the height of life. God is sure, our immovable rock. Who can say to God, what will you do? You are righteous in your dealings in both death and life, and every soul is in your trust. We praise you, Judge of truth, who ordains death and summons us unto life. Help us to feel your presence in this time of grief and sadness, loss, sense of emptiness, so that we may declare that God is upright, our tzur, our rock, in whom there is no unrighteousness. Eternal gave, eternal has taken. Blessed be the name of the eternal God. As you know, it is customary to put a farm, a team or earth from the land of Israel, in this case from the Mount of Olives, in the grave of a Jew. It represents a number of things. Certainly the enduring dedication, love that Rabbi Weissberg had for the land of Israel, the state of Israel. Also this sense that it reflects the age-old Jewish hope, the enduring Jewish belief in a better future for all of humanity.
Rabbi, can I ask you to move first? Absolutely.
Shalom. May you come to his eternal home with shalom, peace. Amen. chant El Molei Rachamim, memorial prayer following El Molei Rachamim, Mourner's Kaddish. And if you need the pamphlets, that's where you'll find Mourner's Kaddish. And then folks will have the chance, as is customary, to put 3 measures of earth into the grave. The gentleman will put a mound of earth next to it with shovels. And then when everyone has had a chance to do that, we'll form a shirah, a row. After the filling of the grave, form a shirah leading from the grave back to our cars, and we'll offer traditional words of comfort to the family at that time. El Molei Rachamim, Shochein Bamromim, Amtzei Menucha Nechona, Tachat Kempei Hashkinah, Im Kedoshim U'Toharim, Kezohar Rakia Masirim, Et Nishmatz, Harav Abidor Chaim ben Yitzchak Rivka, Shahalach La'olamo, Harachamim Asirehu, B'Seti Kenefahav La'olamim, V'Yitzor HaChaim Et Nishmato, V'Nai Kunachalato V'Yanua B'Shalom, Amishkavo V'Namahar. Amen. Compassionate God, eternal Spirit of the universe, grant perfect rest in your sheltering presence with the holy and the pure who shine like the light of the firmament unto Rabbi Victor Weissberg, who has entered eternity. O God of mercy, let him find refuge in your eternal presence and within the shadow of your wings. Let his soul be bound up in the bond of everlasting life. God is his inheritance. May he rest in peace, and we say, Amen. God, help us to understand that grief and love go hand in hand, that the pain which this loss inflicts is the measure of love, which is always stronger than death. Though we cry within our hearts, may we also be like children who know that their parent, their ultimate parent, you, O God, is near, and who cling unafraid to the trusted hand of the divine. In this spirit, O God, do we commit all that is precious to us into your keeping, as we now repeat the words hallowed by generations, Mourner's Kaddish. Amen.
I ask you all to make a little bit of we're on a live stream right now. People are pulling in the grave. Thank you.
No?
Okay. Okay.
But who said that? Oh, that's not what everyone else said.
We came for dedication, and then we came Mother's Day. A couple Mother's Day.
I didn't recognize you.
I'm looking all the California. Oh, not you. And those other two. With big toes.
Yes. Yeah. You're there.
You are younger than me. I just want you to know that. I want you to know you're younger than me. Well, I'm older than both. As soon as this is off the words. It's up to the family. It's up to the family. You know, come on. Ariel says it's okay, right? Yeah.
We'll have more to it, yeah.
Shell, 2 steps back. Thank you, Ariel. Thank you. Sorry, but you don't want to know how I follow what someone wants. Here I do. But otherwise, yeah. Here I do. But I'm not working, so I can do whatever I want to do. I'm a slow employer, right? I'm a family friend. We're good for it. It's the only way to do it. Once it's on the boards, you can't put it back, so put it down.
Hey, I'm not there. I just.
I want to ask about the one. I was at a few, and I was like, or maybe Nissan. And I said, I don't know, they probably won the model this month. He said, so he's
I'm going to let you cover it.
Sorry.
You're taking it from here.
But oh, I don't. I'm looking.
Every single year, I have to.
I don't.
Is that so?
Little less strength, little less power.
Can I go and clean that up? You know, we'd be so angry if you knew that.
Yeah.
I can hear it now.
It was a fine.
Great place.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
People always said this is the highest mitzvah.
Then he always stood there and watched us.
Well, they told stories about the Navy. Love these Navy stories.
Sure. You heard more than I did. Right.
One this far was a little bit further.
They were down there.
Start getting sure I'm ready, we'll be done.
have the mic? Friend, cool.
Oh, there.
We'll form a Sharon now. Sharon means a row, and so it's really two lines leading from the graveside back to the, away from the cemetery. So if we can have, and the family stays back, and friends, supporters of the mourners.
Ladies and gentlemen, other than the mourners, please form two lines facing each other.
One line here, one line facing them. There are traditional words of comfort that you can repeat after me, and there are also traditional words of comfort for families. You can offer them as they May God console you
May God console you
with all who mourn
with all who mourn
in Zion and Jerusalem.
in Zion and Jerusalem.
המקום יחנכם תוצאה ויציון בירושלים, והגוף